He says he took the SD card the very next day after the accident. He took the SD card. And by the way, you know what? I'll tell you, I don't believe him. I think he took it right there that night.
Well, in his testimony, he said, I took the SD card. Listen to what he said. You have to go back and listen to it. There's a portion on there. He says, I took the SD cards. I took the dash camera back to my car. I took the SD card, plugged it into my laptop, and then I took the dash camera after I downloaded everything, programmed it, downloaded it. I took the dash camera and put it back in Mustafa's car before it was hauled off from the scene.
Interesting. So he did take the files that night.
Of course. He says he took the file that night.
He had 2 days to go through it, delete whatever he doesn't like, and I guarantee he was given a promise from the prosecutor. Nobody's going through this dash camera. You can bet on that. And what do we know? 2.5 years later, 5 lawyers, and not a single one of them.
Not a single one actually got into this file.
And the moment you tell the lawyer, oh, I'm not going to trial until you look at my dash cam. What does he say? I'm out of here, man. I'm withdrawing. I'm withdrawing from the case. Okay, either you're going to trust me, and we're going to go into trial, or if you're going to keep pushing for these certain pieces of evidence, I'm not going to represent you anymore because you don't trust me. It's not about trust. It's not about trust. This is about evidence that was clearly tampered with. Okay, this is about somebody's freedom on the line.
They want to walk Mustafa into trial without his evidence.
Do you really want to go? Okay, we believe you. You're a great lawyer. We believe you have all the good intentions and the right questions ready and everything. But it's like saying, why would you go into a battle and you did not reload all your ammo? Why? Does it make sense?
This is a whole entire motion where he put Chad Mason on the stand, Zymus Digital Forensic on the stand, Robert Drum on the stand.
Why would you not have all your cards?
Why would you not follow up with that after he's telling you I violated department policy?
Exactly.
To go in and inspect the fucking SD cards.
Exactly. Why? You mean, another thing is, why not go after the inspection of the vehicles when you have a video of the primary investigator, Robert Drum, saying she turned into him? You have a data recorder that shows she was going 10 miles an hour over the speed limit, and it's nowhere else in the report other than the data recorder, and the police don't even take that into account. Why don't you look at the car when you look at the data recorder and you see that the other driver never hit the brake? She never hit the brake. You're not gonna question why a data recorder doesn't have a steering angle? You're not gonna question that? I mean,
you want to get to the bottom of this case, you look at the steering angle. Was Mustafa turning his vehicle toward the SUV or away from the SUV to the fourth lane? There's a steering angle.
Was the SUV...
Why is the steering angle omitted from this case?
An SUV that's driving straight.
The SUV, the steering angle from the SUV, is it turning away from Mustafa?
Or at
straight
Mustafa?
Or at Mustafa? Why is that steering angle omitted from this case?
2.5 years later, why is that such a difficult task for any lawyer?
And then when you hire, and then when you hire an independent expert to inspect the vehicle, Robert Drum blocks him, tells him the prosecutor said you cannot touch this vehicle.
But
you cannot touch the other vehicle. There's a judge order that he's supposed to be able to touch the vehicle and reconstruct this car accident.
Here's the thing, though. That body cam where you say Robert Drum blocked him from looking at the car, Casey Stevens didn't push back on it. He said, hey, yeah, whatever the prosecutor says. That conversation is not in any of the reports. The only way you're going to find out that this crash investigator didn't complete his job is if you look at the body cam.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Which has been sealed by the prosecutor.
The reports actually show that they've allowed the independent expert to complete his job. I mean,
that's what they say in the report.
And then you watch the body cam,
and they're telling him
they're blocking him from. I mean, that is.
He says, "I want to inspect the car further. I have to take the tire out. I have to look underneath the car." And they tell him, "No, you're not allowed to do that."
They're terrified.
But in the report, they say the crash reconstructionist that was hired by the defendant completed his inspection. That's exactly what they say. He completed his inspection. You look at the body cam, and they're telling him, no, you're not allowed to inspect this car.
Sarah Sammy said,
matter of fact, you're not even allowed to look at the SUV. He says, the SUV is over there. I can see it. Yeah, you're not allowed to go over there.
That's crazy.
How are you not allowed?
This is so disturbing.
This whole entire case is between two cars. And they're telling him, you can't look at the car. I don't think this is about a car accident anymore. I think this is something...
Absolutely, it's not about a car accident. It's about a Mustafa suing the police. And Mustafa has to be put back into his fucking place.
Let's
I mean, that's terrifying for everybody that lives in this county.
Let's continue. How much longer is this?
You've got another half an hour.
The dash camera was in your possession, in your care. Did you run it?
No.
Did you toss it?
No.
Did you alter anything within it?
No.
Did you stick it in your...
At any point, did you alter any of the files within the SD card?
No, ma'am.
You know, I found it interesting that the prosecutor is asking Chad Mason, did you alter the files? Did you...
He says no.
He says no. You just said you programmed it. What
You
are you
just
talking
said
about?
you programmed the thing in your car. And you violated department policy by doing it.
But I find it interesting that the prosecutor is pushing and asking, did you, it looks bad on you. Did you alter the files? He's like, no. Why isn't the defense attorney flat out asking him?
That's crazy. She's asking him what he just answered. He said, I violated department policy and I programmed it into my laptop. And now she's asking him, did you tamper with it? Did you toss it? You don't have to toss it. You don't have to clearly break it to say you're tampering with it. The fact that you put it into your laptop prior to
Everybody knows what a fucking dash camera is. You take out the SD card, you put it on your fucking laptop. You can remove the audio of those files. You can cut the video.
Let's continue.
I mean, everybody knows what I'm talking about. Like, this is not something that's...
Yeah. Let's keep going.
That's all I have, Nona.
When you asked about the cable in the dash cam that was severed, that was just a charger, right? Charging cord?
That's the power cord, yes.
Alright. And you said you have common experience with technology. You have a charging cord, and you remove the charging cord, it's not going to collect cable. She just had to testify that he has years of experience.
Repeat the question, sir.
When you have a piece of the charging cord, you remove the charging cord, you don't have any reason to believe that that's going to corrupt data, correct?
That's not true.
Removing the charging cord is not going to corrupt data?
It could corrupt it. From the shock of losing power, things like that.
Shock of losing power?
Correct.
Can you explain how with that?
Power's quickly removed, just like if you're on your computer and the battery dies, or if there's no battery coming on plug, and you're typing a Word document, per se, and the power goes out. We've all got in that Word document, they don't be there, or the document, the file may not be where you have typed it from a regular flash company different. So that's a shock of losing the power to that device, just like I said, you would if you're talking type of document, per se.
You're talking about a device losing power. I'm asking about losing a power cord. When you have a charger plugged into your iPhone, so you can show when you remove the charger, your iPhone is going to lose data.
Like battery.
Did you consult any manual to see that a Rexing dash camera would lose data from quote-unquote shock of losing power?
No, sir.
You were asking, did you do anything differently in this case? And you said no, correct? Did you always violate policy? And that's the story of it. Tampering. Did you do anything differently in this case? And you said no, correct? Did you always violate policy? And that's the story of it. Tampering.
He says, did you always violate department policy?
He's like, yes. He's like, it's like, so for your whole entire career with the police department, you've always been violating department policy?
That's my question as a citizen. Have you always been violating department policy? And How have you been getting away with it for 8 years, for 15 years? How have you been getting away with? I mean, by the way, this doesn't only apply to car accidents and dash cameras. This applies to general digital evidence. Anytime you have digital evidence,
You know how dangerous this person is?
for 15 years, I wonder how many people are in prison today because he violated department policy. Oh, he just didn't know.
So
He didn't know.
evidence that's not protected, evidence that's being tampered with, and this motherfucker is telling what to the community that he's going into
Does he really
a burning building to save a fucking cat?
He really thinks that he can.
Fool this community.
He really thinks he can go into a digital evidence, tamper it, alter it, delete whatever doesn't fit his narrative, and then send it to digital. He's been doing that for 15 years, and you're telling me he just got caught?
You know how weird this is. It's
He
like
just got
it's like
caught doing
your
that?
hand is caught in the cookie jar, and then I'm trying to convince you that hey, I'm not the one eating the cookies.
But as
Don't mind my hand in the cookie jar.
I mean, his brain thoughts are not telling him that's wrong to delete evidence and then submit it to digital forensics. It never occurred to him, you're doing something wrong here by deleting, manipulating evidence before you send it off to digital forensics. It never occurred to him. He has to be told in court, in a private hearing. Like he has to be told to his face. And even then, he's like,
Is that even a question?
is that a question? Like, what's your point? I already answered this.